BBC News with Justine Green. Riot police have moved in on demonstrators outside Parliament in the Georgian capital Tbilisi. Tens of thousands rallied for a second night to oppose a bill that they say is modelled on a Russian one used to suppress civil liberties. The government says the bill will root out people working against the interests of Georgia. The medical charity Doctors Without Borders has said further gang violence in Haiti has forced the temporary closure of its hospital in Port-au-Prince. It said patients and staff had been put at risk. A US congressional panel investigating alleged leadership failures during the American withdrawal from Afghanistan has heard testimony from a former US Marine. He said he'd seen a bomber only hours before an attack which killed 170 people, but soldiers were denied permission to shoot. Another senior US official has said the COVID pandemic started with an accidental laboratory leak in China. Beijing has angrily denied being the source of the outbreak. Thousands of Turkish women have defied a ban on protests on International Women's Day and rallied in the city of Istanbul for what they called a feminist night march. Several people were detained. The Netherlands is planning to limit the export of microchip components on security grounds. The US wants the Dutch to cut Chinese access to sophisticated technology. Japanese scientists say they've succeeded in creating a mouse using just male cells that transform skin cells into stem ones, which then program to become an egg. The technology could open the way for same-sex couples to have a biological child together. In the first criminal opioid trafficking case of its kind, a former chief executive of a US drugs company has been jailed for conspiring to illegally distribute the addictive narcotics. Lawrence Dowd, the former head of the Rochester Drug Cooperative, was sentenced to 27 months in jail. BBC News.